If thou beest he, but oh, how fallen, how changed, from him who in the happy realms of light, clothed with transcendent brightness, didst outshine myriads though bright. If he who mutual league united thoughts and counsels, equal hope and hazards in the glorious enterprise, joined with me once, now misery hath joined in equal ruin, into what pit thou seest, from what high fallen, so much the stronger proved, he with his thunder, until then who knew the force of those dire arms, yet not for those, nor what the potent victor in his rage can else inflict, do I repent or change, though change in outward lustre, that fixed mind and high disdain from sense of injured merit, that with the mightiest raised me to contend, and to the fierce contention brought along innumerable force of spirits armed, that durst dislike his reign, and me preferring his utmost power with adverse power opposed, in dubious battle on the plains of heaven, and shook his throne. What though the field be lost? All is not lost. The unconquerable will and study of revenge, immortal hate and courage never to submit or yield, and what is else not to be overcome, that glory never his wrath or might extort from me, to bow and sue for grace with suppliant knee, and defy his power, who from the terror of this arm so late doubted his empire. That were low indeed, that were an ignominy and shame beneath this downfall, since by fate the strength of gods and this imperial substance cannot fail, since through experience of this great event, in arms not worse, in foresight much advanced, we may with more successful hope resolve to wage by force or guile eternal war, irreconcilable to our grand foe, who now triumphs, and in the excess of joy sole reigning holds the tyranny of heaven. So spake the apostate angel, though in pain, vaunting aloud, but racked with deep despair, and him thus answered soon his bold compeer. O Prince, so chief of many throned powers, that led the embattled seraphim to war, under thy conduct and in dreadful deeds, fearless, endangered heaven's perpetual king, and put to proof his high supremacy, whether upheld by strength or chance or fate, too well I see and rue the dire event, that with sad overthrow and foul defeat hath lost us heaven, and all this mighty host in horrible destruction laid thus low, as far as gods and heavenly essences can perish. For the mind and spirit remains invincible, and vigour soon returns, though all our glory extinct, and happy state here swallowed up in endless misery. But what if he, our conqueror, whom I now of force believe almighty, since no less than such could have o'erpowered such force as ours, have left us with this our spirit and strength entire, strongly to suffer and support our pains, that we may so suffice his vengeful ire, or do him mightier service as his thralls, by right of war, whate'er his business be, here in the heart of hell to work in fire, or do his errands in the gloomy deep. What can it avail then, though yet we feel strength undiminished, or eternal being to undergo eternal punishment. Whereto, with speedy words, the archfiend replied,